games would be heroes if we knew all of the speedrunning strats back then.
But we didn't. Because we're bad at the games, apparently. Oh, and we're off.
Yep.
And straight to Flash Man, like always.
Not much to talk about this, so... Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching the... why did I say walking? You're watching the first match between VonRufiou and cassiothird in the Rockman 2 Any 2018 tournament. This is round 2 of the tournament that we have so far, and the winner of this match will be facing, let's see here, Zoda Noor. This will be a best of 3 match, and after this we have a second match coming up, which will be between Mazumov and NDSWE. So be sure to stick around for the long haul, because this is a Mega Man Sunday.
And VonRufiou has a couple of seconds of leeway here, because Cassio took an unfortunate cannon shot to the face.
Never a good thing, cannon shots to the face.
And we're just jumping past these walkers.
Yep. Yeah, you can say a lot about Wily, but his level designs have a bit to be desired. Didn't really think those narrow passages through.
And Flashman here's our first Robot Master. They're going to be trying to time their jumps and their shots just right, so they don't, you know, get bodied or get frozen.
Oh, VonRufiou has to be careful.
He may get bodied and take a death here.
That was a very close call for Rufiou.
He made it, though.
Yeah, there's not much to be talking about in that level, really. Flashman is very straightforward. There are no big zips. It's pretty much as the game intends you to play it. Now, the second stage, however, probably not going to be the case.
We're probably going straight to Heatman after this.
Yep. And as a casual player, especially as a kid, I hated this stage.
Who doesn't? Those Yoku blocks for the first time being out of sync with each other are quite the pain.
Just the designers of Mega Man 2 and Rockman 2, they have, or Rockman in general really, they have a thing for those disappearing blocks. They really do, and they're not unfair. You'll never hear me say that, though 10-year-old me would probably disagree. But they're a thing.
And they're usually positioned right over instant death, so get used to that.
The motto of Mega Man games, get used to that. And Cassio setting up the first zip. Flawless execution there.
VonRufiou just a little bit behind because he missed the item 3 thing.
Yep. But he gets it too, so there's about 5 seconds between the two players, not much.
And Cassio is going over the Yoku blocks.
Oh! And that is a unfortunate dive there from Cassio.
Oh no!
I don't want to say it, but I'm going to say it anyway. He fell like a rock, man. Thank you, I'll be here for an hour or more.
Well, it's the first of our unfortunate deaths we'll probably see today. VonRufiou decided to use his Flash Stopper, so he goes into Heatman with a little more health, so he can get bodied an extra time.
He's good on his health, though. The one thing about Heatman is he has 3 different charge-up animations for when he goes invulnerable. I forgot the actual times, but it's basically a fast attack, a normal attack, and a very slow attack. And it's kind of RNG dependent on what he does.
I believe it's 12 frames, 24 frames, and 36 frames, but don't quote me on that.
So that seems very accurate, actually. And yeah, you'll see Cassio here jumping up and down constantly. It's very easy to mistime it if he goes for the slowest attack, because it just throws you off.
31, 62, and 93. Thank you.
Or that. Thank you, Andy. Or, you know what? The longest charge up is 3 times the speed of the shortest one. Let's agree to that.
Well, that is actually accurate. But what we're hoping for is the shortest, because otherwise it can drag on a little. And VonRufiou going into everyone's favorite stage, Airman. We're going to be seeing a lot of damage boosting at the start here. Especially since he doesn't probably feel like dealing with those up, and he takes a fall.
The true enemy of this game, gravity.
Plummeting like a rock in water.
Yep. Was that an... Yep, okay, VonRufiou's taking that's
a game over so he can get his item 1 back up.
Yep. Understandable, but at least it happens like at the start of the level, more or less.
And now will we see proper bird manipulation? Let's find out. I think we did, though. No more birds. No more birds.
How can we have no more birds?
Oh,
the bird is the word. Oh, Rufiou! No, oh, this is gonna set him back so much. He may opt to do the normal intended strats at this point. Yep. He really has no choice. He can't afford to take another game over and lose even more time. Ooh.
Especially since you have to wait till, you know, respawn and die again.
Yep.
Oh, he's going for it one more time.
At this point, Rufiou, very early on, he is immediately in the make or break stage of his playthrough. He has to take high risks to make up all the time he just lost.
And Cassio is hoping for less vicious patterns from Airman and gets them.
That was a good pattern. Of course, Rufiou doesn't know that Cassio already took a death early on, so he's probably not as far behind as he believes he is.
Cassio
but
is
still,
going to Cassio is going to grab an extra life for the one-man skip.
Oh yeah, he does. Wait, does he have no more lives at all at this point?
No, he has one more, but I believe they take an intentional death and Crashman stage as well.
Ooh, he has to get a lucky drop then. And let's hope he actually remembers that himself, otherwise it'll be a very nasty surprise for him.
I think he's going for the harder of the skips. I think he's... Oh, just missed it.
No, he can forget about that one.
But those tellies decided to get in the way.
Yep. That moment when enemies force you to play the game like a common casual. You know? Feels bad, man.
And do we get... Yes, we get it this time.
Yep.
Welcome to Mega Man 2. Or Rockman 2. Things are working as intended. It's fine. The death? Fine.
Yeah. This is absolutely the way the game was intended to be played. Don't let anyone else tell you otherwise, you know? This isn't a bug, it's not a glitch, it's a feature. When a game is this old, it's no longer unintended. But you know, you have to wonder what's going through Rufiou's head at this point. Like, when you take those deaths, and then a death again after an intentional game over, that has to be doing something with your mind.
It's okay, though. Rufiou is not as far behind as he probably believes he is.
Well, we know that. He doesn't.
You know, unless they're listening in. In which case, they know. It's not like this is a randomizer. They can listen in.
Oh, they can? Okay. I thought that was not really allowed. And that is a quick Crashman.
I think Cassio accidentally restarted the timer.
That's probably the timer on when he finished the stages. Like, it's probably his level timer or something.
And Cassio's on to Quickman. Tell me, how did 10-year-old you feel about these quick lasers?
Surprisingly, I thought this was one of the coolest levels. Of course, I hated the amount of times I died here, but to my knowledge, I never actually hated this level. Of course, I had to cheese it with the Flashman weapon, but I like the idea of challenging myself to play this without that weapon. And I never hated this level as much as I hated the Heatman stage. Never.
And Cassio, just, you know...
Quickman himself as a boss was a completely different story because he would just wreck my day. With his Goomba strategy of running into you.
Meanwhile, it's fine. Everything is fine. The game is not broken. This was intended.
It's a feature.
Not a bug.
Nope. They completely, you know, when designing this game, they were like, we're gonna put this secret in here.
And Cassio gets a zip on the second try, and now they just have to wiggle and hope they don't soft lock.
Can you remember, like, I actually don't know your age, but like 20, 25, even 30 years ago, Nintendo had world championships with computer games. Can you imagine someone doing this on a big stage for the first time? Like, you cannot... I wonder what the tournament people had to say about that. Ooh, VonRufiou picking up the extra life. Like, they had to have restarted the game believing it's a faulty game or something.
And VonRufiou gets the skip on the first try, and now he wiggles her like, oh no.
Oh no, no.
Well, that's unfortunate.
That is a hard reset. He has to put in the code, he has to... what? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and you have to... Oh boy. That is the risk of zips. Possibly ending your zip at a spot where you cannot get out of.
It's unfortunate, and that just gives Cassio an even more commanding lead.
Yeah, at this point it's... like, of course it's still a race, but it is Cassio's race to lose at this point.
Let's just hope it.
Hippity hoppity there from Cassio. Also, chat, what was your first experience playing Mega Man games, and especially to those who played this game as a child? Like, what did you think of all these levels and the bosses?
And Cassio just, you know, blitzes through Metal Man stage. No problem. And getting the Metal Blade, the casual player's favorite weapon, which we rarely see, come to think of it, outside the toasters.
Can I just say that that is probably the coolest weapon in a video game ever? I mean, you're already playing as a futuristic, well, quote-unquote futuristic robot, and they're like, hey, you know what, you can throw saw blades from your hands. Okay, I'm game, sign me up.
And VonRufiou gets through the zip this time, 0 issue. No hard reset, no hard lock. We're good. And Cassio's coming up to the big Zip and Woodman stage. Now, I'm not exactly sure what happens here.
Demoted, I believe the average run is between 30 to 40 minutes-ish? I have seen people end around 35 minutes, so...
And we're coming up to the end of the zip. Don't blink.
So, Paranoia, you know a bit more about this game than I do. Yes. Can you explain us how the screen wrapping works?
Not on your life.
Well then, okay. That was not the right question to ask then.
Someone needs to ask someone who knows more about the technical things. I just know what they're doing. I don't know why it works or how they're, you know.
Well, yeah, I know what it's doing right now. I just don't know the actual mechanics of why it does what it does. Like the game shows you a screen that you're no longer on. It shows you a past screen, and the character is actually like one full screen ahead of where they actually are. So if you do this, you have to actually memorize, well, the entire screen afterwards. Also, don't worry if your stream is suddenly dropping in quality. The Bubbleman stage is notorious on that. Rip all the frames and all the pixels.
It's fine. It's okay. It's normal. Yeah. And there's one man down for VonRufiou.
A little bit of a leaf dance there for Rufiou.
Now, there's a couple skips here in the Bubbleman stage that Cassio could go for, and it looks like they are.
Surprisingly enough, that's actually not one of the hardest skips to do. It's just you have to be careful about how you time your jumps here. In terms of skips, this level of Bubbleman is very forgiving. It just punishes very, how should I say, if you're overestimating your abilities, then it can be very punishing. But otherwise, if you're just careful, this level is really not much of a challenge.
And we're on to Bubbleman, who, let's be real, is probably the most pathetic boss in the game.
And
debatably.
2 terms. Well, it's a guy who shoots bubbles underwater. I mean, let's just say he's not the most intimidating of the bunch.
Except for maybe Refight Metal Man. And Wily's here to waggle his eyebrows at us.
The Mega Man games do have a tendency of giving the least intimidating weapon the boss's weakness. I mean, Mega Man 3 has Top Man. How often have you used Top Man spin in a casual playthrough?
On Gamma?
Yeah, that's about it.
Like, I can't even remember who has Top Spin as a weakness.
Shadow Man.
Oh.
Who is also incidentally a boss that you don't expect Top Spin to work against, because he just... Oops, Cassio missing that. Oh, Cassio, no. He is lucky.
Okay, he's fine.
Like 2 or 3 pixels more to the left and that would have cost him his energy.
Getting that first zip up through the wall.
Wouldn't have been a big issue though, like he still has item 3 and 1.
And just damage Steve past that Sniper Joe, because who cares?
Rufiou getting the zips on the Bubbleman stage.
Well, they are lead bubbles. So maybe they're made out of molten lead or something.
If I remember correctly, that was in the game manual that there are lead bubbles. Also, I have no idea what Rufiou is doing with item 2 there. Am I missing a strat somewhere? Like, is he just choking at this point?
No, he's just not having a good day. It's fine. I'll be fine.
Cassio not getting fire from the dragon.
Cassio just, you know, button mashing for all their worth and killing a dragon relatively quickly.
And Rufiou finishing a Bubble Man.
And
okay.
We're seeing another big zip here in RM2.
Oh, yeah. A very dangerous zip, though.
If he misses
and he
it,
gets
he's
it.
going to game over. But he doesn't miss it, and he jumps past those barriers. You may think you have to use Crash Bomb on. No, you can just, you know, hop out right over them. Wily apparently skipped on ceilings there.
Let's see if Cassio gets any unfortunate refills here. Just a few minor ones, nothing too out of the ordinary.
Excuse me. And I think this is going to be the last time we see Flash Stopper. Say goodbye to Flash Stopper, everyone. What?
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 Oh, I did not know that could happen.
I don't even know what happened. Can someone clip that?
We have discovered another feature.
What? I'm sorry, but I believe the streamers have just been broken, and so have the players. What? Now, I haven't watched all of the Rockman 2 games, but I'm pretty sure that's the first time I've ever seen that.
Do we get to say it? That's never happened before.
I'm pretty sure that has never happened in this tournament. Okay, a cookie to anyone who can explain what happened there, because I'm completely at a loss of words. Is Sinister in chat by any chance? Oh, and Cassio's forever scared of that level now. That drop. And then he gets to the boss.
And we're
the
on
screen
to
transition deaths.
We're on to Wily 2's boss, or you know, bosses.
Yeah, this is probably the most boring boss of the game. There's no RNG to this guy. He always spawns in the same locations as, you know, the same pattern. Now, the first time I commentated this game, someone actually died here because they jumped towards the boss and they got face melted.
Oh, and that's the thing, don't hug the toasters.
Oh,
they hurt.
And Rufiou misses the zip, takes another death. But keep in mind that death and game over from Cassio is a massive... Oh,
he missed it.
That's the second time he misses it. He has to take his ammo into consideration at this point. And that's not gonna be it. No. Oh, yes. Oh, he gets knocked out of it. Oh my god. I should feel bad for laughing. I'm sorry, Rufiou. I apologize if you rewatch this far, but oh my god, what is happening?
These
what is this game?
These deaths are quite unfortunate, but you know, variety. Okay,
at this point they have to be choking because they both believe they're very far behind. There's just, if they're not listening into each other, they both have had so many deaths.
Well, technically we had 2 fishes because Cassio died once. So remember that, chat. 2 fishes for Cassio.
What is this race? I mean, they're still playing better than I could ever play, but...
Yeah, we're just, you know, damage boosting past crazy cannons because Nah. How many
I'm apologizing for the noises in my background. Chat. Kitty wants some attention, that's all I'm saying.
VonRufiou dealing with the toasters. As long as he doesn't hug one, he's fine. And Cassio's on to Wily 4. Oh, okay. Everyone's favorite Wily stage.
I don't know why, but I never really liked this stage. It's not that I hated it, I just thought it had a very strange design. I don't know, just one of those things that you play through and you're like, I'll be glad if I get past this stage.
Let's see.
And Ahmad, it'll depend on the time between the matches, like if we have 3 matches or not. But yes, I'll be very interested to hear what both players have to say after these games.
I would too.
I'm very interested to hear Cassio's opinion on that death, because I cannot imagine him expecting that.
Oh, and Cassio.
No, go ahead. Sorry.
Cassio coming up on another zip that can softlock the game, which you got. But that would be a very unfortunate place for it to happen.
Is there ever a fortunate place to have it happen at this point?
Well, let's say you're in Wily 4, and you get the zip, but you softlock, and it's like, oh, I have to do the entire Wily stage over again. How would you feel?
Yeah. I'd probably feel the same way if it happens while dying during a screen transition. I mean, the way these games have been going, I expect nothing else anymore, to be honest. This is a train wreck being set on fire, and all you can do is just watch it burn down.
I would not quite say it's a train wreck. It's just,
it's starting to resemble it.
And we're on to the boss fights for Cassio.
And Quickman not being fast enough to dodge all the bullets, so bye-bye Quickman. People, don't blink for Crashman and Metalman, because they'll be gone before you know it.
Bye, Crashman.
He died before I could even finish my sentence.
And Cassio on the Woodman. Rufiou going through the Wily, platforms. Coming up to that good old zip that can soft lock you. By soft lock, I mean, hard lock. Will he get it? Or will he just, have a bad day? Let's find out.
I think we can already confirm he's having a bad day at this point.
He got it.
But, it's the best of 3. I mean, for all you know, he can have a phenomenal round 2. Plus, Cassio still hasn't beaten the game yet. A lot of things can happen, including an accidental alien hug. Who knows?
An accidental alien hug will probably kill you.
Exactly. Bye, Metalman.
Cassio probably take the health after Flashman here. Maybe. They do have an 8 tank.
Ooh, yeah. Oh. For a moment I thought the screen froze.
Now, keep in mind, Cassio had to use an extra crash bomb on the boo-beam traps, so she only has 1 for this fight. She. Why am I saying she? He. Well,
Cassio off to the final Wily stage. And both players at this point have to wonder why there isn't a dot done yet.
Alright.
Or not. Okay,
Crash
Rufiou
Man.
having a bit of difficulty.
Crash Man, you know. Crash Man deciding to dodge for once.
Oh, Cassio, be careful now.
Oh, you do not want soft lock there. Okay. Woo! And we're on to Wowie's final attack.
Wowie. An accidental alien hug doesn't initially. Ooh.
Now it'll probably kill them.
Now it would kill him. Yeah, that's.
But that's it. They have defeated Wowie.
Wowie.
And, you know, won the game.
Well, that's
game.
round one. And what a round one this was. Oh boy.
It was just a warm-up, you know?
If we had played the drinking game, take a shot for every accidental death, I'd be through my alcohol at this point. There were a lot of accidental deaths. And how many times have both players had a game over?
Twice, I believe, apiece.
Yeah.
Or maybe just once for Cassio. Because of Wily 2, unforeseen circumstances in Wily 2.
Yeah, but that wasn't a full game over, was it? Yeah, it was. It was a game over. At the screen wrap. Both players have had a game over. Rufiou had 2, and now Cassio had 1. She had 1. She had, I'm at this point. I'm not sure if Cassio is a guy or a girl. I'm terribly sorry, Cassio. I don't know you very well at all.
And VonRufiou coming up to the end.
And Cassio doing a little bit of a practice run while we wait for Rufiou to finish.
And here he is fighting Dr. Wowie.
Dr. Wowie. You be quiet, Jorge. With that said, as we wait for Rufiou to finish up the race, feel free to get yourself a drink, people. Stretch those legs a little bit. And we'll be continuing to round 2 as soon as we can, as soon as both players are ready for it. I'll be getting a quick drink for myself in the meantime. Be sure to give these runners a follow, like boost their morale a little bit. Get to the water!
Alright. I'm going to get up and get some water. We'll be right back after this break. We're just waiting on the rematch to be initiated.
And I'm back. People, feel free to give the Speed Gaming channels follow, channels 1 through 5, for all of your speed gaming purposes and tournaments. We are having a lot of tournaments happening right now. Shanty and the Blind Forest, or in the Blind Forest, sorry, and Shanty and the Pirate Treasure. The Rockman 2 tournament, obviously. A Link to the Past randomizer tournament is a gigantic thing happening right now. Feel free to check out the schedule and give all those tournaments a follow, as well as the channels.
Cassio just practicing that Crash Fan skip. And getting it a little bit more consistently than they were earlier. Rufiou practicing a skip and bubble ban. That's a little difficult. Requires a bit of a damage boost or you die to spikes. And is getting it. It looks like we're getting ready to go again.
Yep, it looks like it. And for those of you who just joined in, welcome to the Rockman 2 Any Tournament between VonRufiou and cassiothird. We are hoping you'll be enjoying yourselves during this tournament and this race in particular. And we are hoping you'll give us a join or a follow and, you know, enjoy the rest of the tournament. The winner of this match will be facing Zodanor in round 2. And after this match, we actually have another match happening between ND, SWE and Maslov. And the winner of that match will be facing off against Shoka.
And we're off.
Yep, they're off.
Straight to Flash Fan. No stops in between.
VonRufiou taking another cannonball to the face.
That's important. They both take a cannonball to the face.
Shout out to the excellent music of this game, by the way. I'll always have a soft spot for Mega Man themed music, but Mega Man 2 and 3 in particular are just phenomenal for me.
I think my favorite for that is 4, but I may be a heretic. Anyway. Past the Joe Walkers.
Cassio has to be very careful against Flashman. 2 bumps and it will be over. Flashman doesn't deal a ton of damage, but that's still health he can knock off.
One body.
That's...
Up.
Ooh.
And Cassio just has a slight lead after Flashman.
That's actually a better fight from Cassio than for Rufiou. Rufio entered that stage, or entered the boss fight a few seconds earlier. So speaking of teams, you mentioned Mega Man 4. Mega Man 4 does have my favorite team of the series. The Skullman team, which is just an amazing sound effect that it has. I'm seeing a lot of love for the opening teams for Mega Man 3 as well.
And we're on to Heatman. Again, our first taste of Yoku blocks. Actually,
yep, and this was also the first level in round 1 where we had deaths for both players, I believe. My Cassio took a dive into the bottomless pit here.
And
not doing it this time.
Alright, good. Well, they took a dive on the Yoku box. Cassio coming up on the first zip. VonRufiou right on their heels. And this is the first item 3. Yep, this is... Oh, come on.
Cassio
having a little bit of issue, but they get it.
Yep.
And VonRufiou gets it first. So. And we're onto the Yoku blocks. And remember, these things aren't synced in this game. And now we come to the bottomless pit portion of our trial.
As a kid, I never realized that you can actually...
Oh, no.
Cassio.
Never died there. VonRufiou.
What is this, a repeat?
VonRufiou doing a safe health strat and makes the Heatman first. Remember, I believe we had a confirmation earlier that it's 31 frames,
Cassio.
62
Those
frames,
Yoku blocks are not
frames
being friendly. Oh my
whenever Heatman takes a hit before he moves. Which I believe is half a second, and a second and a half. We want the half a second.
So yeah, as I was saying earlier, ooh, I'm not allowed to finish this sentence. Rufio has to be careful here.
VonRufiou dancing with death here.
Ooh, okay, he gets it. So as I was saying, as a kid I never realized that you can actually force those blocks to spawn, which is what these players are doing right now. If you advance the screen before the block has appeared by itself, it will be forced to appear. Like, you cannot jump over a block that has not appeared just yet. Which is why these blocks are appearing as fast as they are.
And Cassio onto Heatman. See if they get good RNG. Yeah. One of these days I actually,
Rufio off to Airman, and let's see if Rufio gets a better Airman stage than his first time, because he had to take a purposeful game over here. And then he had another accidental death, which forced him to play the level normally.
For me, the X series soundtracks, the only one I would really call iconic is X1.
I have to agree on the iconic parts. I always did have a soft spot for Zero's team in Mega Man X3. Yes, Rai, we are apologizing sincerely, okay? It's a guessing game at this point.
I'm just having issues with the name because I kind of autofill Cassio to Cassiopeia.
Yeah, I actually had the same problem. I should be glad I'm not referring to Cassio as the Snake Lady.
You know, that was also on my mind.
Also, Rufio picking up a life drop there. That's nice to have extra.
And Cassio's getting bodied by birds.
Because the bird is the word, and we are not allowed to forget it. Oh, Oh, Rufio getting terrible patterns here.
But it doesn't matter, because he still kills Airman.
Even half a second later, he would have died there. That was so clutch.
And a little health drop. More birds. Everyone say hi to birds. And now Cassio is hoping they don't get a bad Airman pattern.
Oh yeah, Cassio's health is again very low.
Oh, and they're going to try farming some birds for health. And getting
everything
nothing.
Except health.
I see you want some health, but how about some weapon energy?
At this point, they're actually losing health. Wow, Cassio is losing so much time here.
Okay, that is a very good thing. But...
Well, Cassio's back to scratch, because this is the one she has started, and Rufio getting the screen wrap.
We're just, farming...
Cassio, please.
Cassio is playing Harvest Moon over here. Farming Simulator.
Chat, can we get some RNGs for Cassio?
At this point...
Oh my god, they're not getting that health drop! They're gonna die if they're not careful here! Fine! Oh my god! Almost dying.
We're good. We would have saved time had we just died to Airman, but you know... It's okay, it doesn't matter. To be fair, they did need that help, or they would have died immediately there, man.
At this point, they might have taken the death on purpose and saved themselves time.
You know, it's fine, though. It's fine. It's okay.
Chad is having a very good day today, apparently. At the very least, it's an interesting match to watch. Like, it's not a race where you can say, hey, nothing interesting has happened so far.
Also, I do believe the chat is liking your cat.
Yeah, well, the chat doesn't have to live with him.
Cassio is on to a Crashman stage. After returning from their, life out as a farmer, they have been called to arms. Rufio is just going past those quick lasers.
Cassio doing the zip properly, spin around. Rufio getting the zip. Keeping the lights on.
Quickman using Flashman's weapon to just say, screw these lasers. I don't want to deal with them.
That was one thing that always annoyed me, like when I started playing this game. You have to... You feel like you're forced to use the flash stopper for the stage, but then you have no more weapon energy to fight Quickman, whose other weakness is the flash stopper. Well, his intended weakness is the flash stopper.
Except it doesn't have enough energy to kill him.
Exactly.
Oh, you know?
Hey, the first time you beat Quickman, that guy is on a whole other level. You'll take whatever, benefit you can get.
And Quickman is down, and so is Crashman. And Indy has pointed out that you have to use Flash Stopper if you do the zip, because otherwise those quick lasers are impossible.
Oh, yeah, for the screen wrap, of course you have to use it. I was talking more in a casual playthrough. Like, if you don't know those beams are coming, the first time they'll just outright kill you. So the second time you might feel like you have to use that weapon.
I believe Indy knows this game very well.
Andy? Nah. He just lucked out through the rest of the tournament, you know? Don't even know who this scrub is.
And VonRufiou just skips past those cats.
Wish I could skip past my cat right now.
Your cat's fine.
Really? You know, I can just put my mic on always activate and let's see how you feel after 10 minutes of dealing with this.
Oh, please. Cassio onto the quick lasers. VonRufiou getting the Woodman skip just fine. Close to his death, but you know, it's intended, so... Kind of trap.
And that is high Woodman by Woodman. Cassio not wanting to deal with giant robots.
You know, I always get these mixed up. Flash Stopper, or
the Bright Stopper. I don't even know what is the Mega Man 4 weapon called. Brightman drops it, but I actually don't know what it's called. And Cassio finishing up Quickman. Rufiou getting the zip through Metal Man once again. At this point, Rufiou is about a stage and a half ahead, I think. Oh wait, now just half a stage. So Cassio making up a lot of time there.
this is tough.
Which honestly isn't the end of the world considering all the time they spent farming that health.
Yeah, Dual Satellite is correct. Wait a minute. Satellite. Time Stopper is 2, and Flash Stopper is 4.
You know what, I'm not even gonna question that.
You know, it is what it is.
Oh, I blinked and that was the end of Metal Man. So, it's down to country music for us boys.
Do you mean, frame rate drop music?
Or that, yeah.
Say hello to Bubble Man stage, where it just kind of kills video quality. We don't... Well, we know how, but, you know.
What is this quality you speak of? Ooh, Rufiou doing the normal jumps there. Okay. Guessing he's saving up his Weapon 2 energy again for the later part of the stage.
Rufiou getting the zips. Look at him go. Quite the recovery from the first game.
Yeah, I think both players just choked very hard during the first playthrough. Like, they both had a lot of unintentional deaths. I think it was just nerves getting to them, and at some point they're like, we're probably gonna lose.
Rufiou at Bubble Man.
Shit, and Cassio getting the screen wrap in Woodman.
And say hi to Bubble Man in chat. You're probably not going to see him for very long.
Nope.
Cassio having a little bit of an issue with the Zip and Woodman. But they're getting it. It's fine. And Rufiou has Dr. Wily. Wait, I can do this right. Dr. Wily! Wagging his
Dr.
eyebrows.
Wily. God bless Mega Man 8. All the memes. Rufiou entering stage 1. Yeah, compared to the first matchup, this is a much cleaner game from well, even both players. Cassio was just very unfortunate with Airman. And the Heatman deaths again. Ooh! Cassio, please! My heart, my soul. Why is Cassio not going for Middleman now?
You just need a casual subsidy to win. Y'all are rude.
Who? Twitch chat? They're never rude. They only speak the truth and they're always nice people. You know what? Just this time I'm gonna keep the push to talk on.
Say hello to the kitty, everyone.
Say hello to Ivy, chat. Yeah, and here's an even better fact. I have 2 cats. The other cat just got out of heat, and the same day she started to go in heat. So I've been dealing with this crap for the past 3 weeks.
Oh no. And Rufiou, just, you know, casually slays the robot dragon.
Did you just say casually?
Casually. No pun intended.
If you had kept it to that pun, I would have actually applauded you for it.
No, that you know, it would make sense if, you know, the cat showed up again, but no. That Bob Barker says, spray and neuter your pets.
Oh, if you're taking a death there. And I was actually thinking of the Family Guy reference there, where Brian Griffin says, just shut up and die, and at the same point Rufiou actually takes a death, so... yeah.
But, VonRufiou decided to, just game over, get his weapon energy back. Granny
Actually, this isn't even the worst spot to get a full refill. I mean, it's at the start of the game, or the start of the level. You can take that death very fast and you get a complete refill on everything, which at this point you can kind of use for a lot of items.
Maybe Streamfind was right after all.
I'm still relatively new to the Mega Man 2 community, so I have a feeling I'm missing out on a lot of memes and references. And part of me is probably glad I'm missing out on them. I'm still innocent of mind, but Twitch chat will change that soon. Probably.
Wait. Do not
Likely.
Twitch chat.
Oh, Cassio missing the zip, and that is a long fallback.
Say hello to this stream.
Yeah, at this point...
It's Rufiou's game to lose.
Yeah, and I honestly cannot imagine Rufio losing it unless something out of his hands happens. You know, I don't want to abuse the power of the caster curse here because I do want to see a game tree. It's been incredibly entertaining so far.
You have doomed us.
Okay, people, that's actually an interesting one. Which caster curse would you like us to utter for round 3? Like, just putting it out there. I don't want to instigate that bad things should happen for game 3. But, you know, it keeps things interesting.
Cassio is on to Wily 2, and Rufio just entered 3. Wily 3, the flyover stage of Wily stages.
Also, there was 2 fishies from Rufio.
Cassio taking a game over for a weapon energy refill.
Yeah, I was looking at Rufio's screen for a moment. I'm assuming that was an intentional death.
Again, I repeat, Wily 3, the flyover state of Wily stages.
Let's see, how many jumps is Rufio gonna get? My guess is gonna be 3 jumps. My guess is correct. Also, Paranoia, are you still there?
I'm here.
Okay, yeah, I thought for a moment your mic cut out.
Oh no, it's here. I just did not have anything to say. Cassiothird is going through the drill bit hall. And Rufio is entering Wily 4.
Oh, now Cassio coming to that spot again. Yeah, not taking a chance with that flash stopper, just going down. I am still boggled as to what happened in round 1 there. Just out of all the unexpected deaths I've seen in this game, that was probably the one I could never predict, not in a million years.
I would say that would be the most tilting death, if I'm being honest.
Ooh, Rufio, that's a very clutch jump there. Cassio has to be careful. Like, the boss shouldn't land a hit on you, but if they do, that's gonna hurt.
Because that's their only method of attack. Ramming you. Flying toasters hitting you at high speeds. It hurts.
Yeah, that seems to be Wily's shtick in this game, just designing robots that ram into you. Like, case in point, the giant mech with the Sniper Joes in them. Ooh, Rufio?
Rufio, don't soft lock. Okay.
Like Quickman, Crashman, they're mostly just trying to ram into you and not so much attack you.
Well, Crashman is trying to blow you up. So.
And still at 2 fishies. And we stay at 2 fish. While Rufio finishes off. Yep.
VonRufiou gets through the boo-beam traps with 2 crash bombs, which is all he's going to need.
And that's actually a luxury for the Wily fight, 2 crash bombs. Like, he can quick kill both stages of the Wily boss, can't he? With 2 bombs.
We don't... Yeah, now I wish there was a red fish and a blue fish. Now, the only thing that can stop Rufio now is choking on these boss refights. But I'm not going to say never, so
Dude, if he chokes that hard that he's losing this bet, I would not be able to commentate anything ever again. That should not be possible. I'd expect his computer to blow up in flames before seeing him, you know, choke on this part of the game.
You know you just struck him with the commentator's curse, right?
If I can strike someone down with a curse that sets their computer ablaze, there would be a lot of people in this world that I've cursed so far.
Oh, overzip on Wily 6 could also end this.
Now that is a caster curse. We are still taking pointers for the third match, caster curses, so feel free to give us some ideas.
Cassio is on Wily 4 right now. Just going through the Wily platforms of Spikes and Tellies.
Bye, Metalman.
And say hello to Flashman.
Well, no. And now we're gonna see if he gets the quick kills, which he should be getting. Even if he misfires, it won't be the end of the world. No, he's going for the safer option.
Just getting, you know...
And boom!
Some hits in. And there goes Wily. Wily Machine 2, out of the way.
I can make some very unsanitary choking comments right now. Choking jokes, but I'm gonna withhold.
Oh, Cassio misses one of the bombs. That's a...
Oh yeah, that's gonna be item using.
I'll say goodbye to the boo beam trap.
And Cassio would have had enough for another hit, but they're saving that last one for Wily.
Rufio is not even bothering with the skip. He's playing it safe.
Not safe enough.
Or you know, he could die to the acid drips. You know.
Literally the last drop until the boss fight. And he had an E-tank. I'm not even sure why he didn't use it. Maybe he forgot he had it.
It's always possible that the chokes could be real.
Well, it is a choke. I mean, he doesn't know he's ahead. I can't even remember ever dying to those drops.
And Rufio is on the Alien. Remember, kids, don't hug aliens.
Hi, Allie. I'm not trying to make fun of your accent right now, but the alien's name is now Allie.
Alien.
The Alien.
The Alien.
And that is Rufio finishing up with a score, with a time of 30-19. That's... If he hadn't taken that death, that would have been a sub 30. So that is GG to Rufio. Chat is on fire today.
Chat is just looking to roast people. There's Chat View.
Hi, Flashman. Wow, okay. Well, at least we can confirm Cassio doesn't have aimbots.
Oh, they would like to know what the cat's name is.
The one that's being a loudmouth is called Ivy.
And Ivy's very talkative today.
Can you believe that the other cat's actually worse? I was so relieved when it was finally over. That did not last long.
Well, you see.
I think she is asleep right now, so... Maybe I can actually get some sleep in tonight.
30 minutes later.
I already know that's not gonna happen.
And Cassio's onto the alien.
Yep.
No,
Say hi to Ellie, chat.
the Wowie alien.
The Wowie alien. The mega memes are real. And that's GG to Cassio. And once again, chat, grab yourself a drink, grab yourself a snack, go hug your beloved or your parents if you still live at home, whatever, and prepare your bodies for round 3, which will be starting soon.
In a moment. We're in no hurry. We're on to the third game now. It's been a trip.
Friendly reminder once again, people, this is the Rockman 2 Any Tournament of 2018. The winner of this match will be facing Zoda Noor in the next round. And after this match we will also be having a match between Andy, SWE and Masimov. The winner of that match, which is also best of 3, will be facing Shoka in the next round. So feel free to stick around because there is much more Rockman 2 coming your way tonight.
And I do believe Zoda is lurking around the chat right now.
I've seen Andy around as well, and I'm pretty sure, well, I'm pretty sure he's practicing very hard at this point. Let's see.
Cassio is practicing those Yoku blocks, which has killed them twice now.
So, Chad, to keep things, a bit more active, what is your favorite Mega Man 2 Robot Master in the entire series, and why? Like Paranoia, do you have a Robot Master that you're like, you really like the design of him?
Oh, we're off, by the way.
Who cares about the runners?
We should.
It's the Flashman stage, dude. We have nothing to talk about for the stage.
Sure we do. Did you know this stage has ice physics? Right. I'm pretty sure everyone knew that.
That's really the best you could come up with.
Well, you know. It has those joke walkers. It has these crash walls you're never going to, actually destroy.
You are really stretching it here.
Look, there is nothing to talk about. But I'm going to give it a try.
Have you ever seen the movie History of the World by any chance, by Mel Brooks?
Yes.
Do you remember the Roman scene with B. Arthur? What do you do for a living?
Yes.
See, it's a PG stream, so I'm not going to quote that. But that's really what you're having me think of right now. Okay, it's Goomba Man coming up with the in-your-face strategy.
Rufiou gets a really good fight, and Cassio is not too shabby either. Yeah, Chad's right. Flashman has really good music. That's something to talk about. Except we're already past the stage, so... Is he confirmed dragon lover?
Well, to be fair, it's a dragon. What's not to love about that?
We're on the Heatman stage, which is interesting in a couple places. Mostly, this is our first big zip, and our first likely death. If the past two rounds are any indication.
Cassio has had 2 deaths in this stage in the previous 2 rounds on the exact same spot, and they were actually practicing it just now between rounds, so they are very well aware of their weaknesses in this stage.
And, but I know chat is hungry for blood. So you may see some here.
Chat? Nah. They're all pacifists. They don't like conflict.
We're on to the Yoki blocks. These killers. They did not die. Amazing. And they're both going into Heatman with the exact same health, and except for Rufiou, who gets stomped on because he didn't activate Flash Stopper in time. Say hello to Heatman, everyone. When you hit him, he goes into an invincibility period. Well, hold for either 31 frames, 62 frames, or 93, which is half a second, or a second and a half, respectively. And what we want is half a second.
And it doesn't seem like Heatman is giving either of them a very favorable pattern here. He's fairly slow.
Hello, kitty.
I'm not even embarrassed anymore about him. I'm letting the world hear the song of her people. My cat deserves a stage, and so, my god, she's getting it.
And we're getting we get Heatman's weapon, which, let's be fair, we never see. And we're getting item 1, which we see quite a lot. It's involved in all the really big zips.
So chat, can I get a little bit of extra hype in chat right now for this best of 3 round 3 match? I mean, both players are doing their best to give us a show. It's probably not the show they would have liked giving, but it's a good show regardless.
And we're going on to Airman stage, which we're not going to play normally. No, that's slow. We're going to damage boost past all of Zeus's robot friends here. And
you know,
with this bird, so no more respawn.
With a stage like Airman, I do have to question if the designers had it in mind that you could potentially skip the level the way these players are doing it. Because it does seem like the enemies are positioned in a way that you can jump on their platforms. And if that's the case, then I really have to applaud the development team for thinking that.
Also, birds. Can we get, like, some birds in chat? Birds. VonRufiou is, looking a little haggard for health there. Exactly. Birds.
Cassio getting a good pattern on Airman.
And taking him down without too much issue.
You're not getting the worst pattern either.
And takes him down just fine too. And we have all 3 items. And we're on straight to Crashman stage.
Also, I've just been informed that we will most likely not be able to get an interview with both players because we are cutting it short on the time for this match. Right after this match, we'll be continuing with the follow-up match between Andy, SWE, and Mazimov. Which I still believe it's a crime against us all, but hey, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. Not much we can do about that.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Things just happen. And we have to accept it.
It's so hard to accept that though, because I really want to hear Cassio's, commentary on that Group 1 death. Or, first round death. Why do I keep saying group? That screen transition death, man,
That was a little painful. Also, more birds.
Because the bird is the word. You know, if Rockman could actually absorb the power of those birds, he'd be Birdman. Yeah, it's not my strongest one, but cut me a break, dude. It's late here, okay?
You know, I'm surprised that a single Buster pellet does not pass through 2 birds. You know why?
Why?
Because Rockman should be able to kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
I'm holding my tongue so hard right now.
Oh, and Crashman died. Again.
I have to work with this man, chat. Can you believe this? Why? What did I ever do to people?
Oh.
Pun man, any percent. And he's not even ashamed of that pun, you know? He's just laughing about it, and he's proud of it.
Oh, by the way, Quickman lasers.
Who cares about Quickman right now?
Oh, goodness.
Are you done?
Yes. For now.
Yeah, I'm actually broken, you know. I can't even commentate on this game right now.
And just one more quick zip for VonRufiou before Quickman.
I just realized puns are my weakness. They can actually destroy a person. I learned that today. Oh, Cassio missing that shot.
It doesn't matter. Quickman
Tiny
hops
Quickman
right.
into it. Boom.
Quickman hops straight into his death. Alright, we're actually pretty close with both runners so far. Cassio going to Metal Man first. But VonRufiou going to Woodman. Say, Volt.
I'm afraid to say yes at this point, but yes.
What is Metal Man's favorite genre of music?
I don't know.
Classical. I'm sure you expected me to say heavy metal, didn't you?
No, but I was actually expecting something done right now. I don't have expectations of you anymore. Like, you have reached the bottom of the barrel. Like, it can only be better from this point. Like, my expectation of you went down faster than the Metal Man refights.
Oh, if you must know, I know people worse than me. Oh, and VonRufiou gets the dog trolls and the Woodman skip.
Oh yeah, there's a race going on too. Yeah. Should probably talk about that. But I'm actually too scared to open my mouth right now.
Cassio is onto Woodman.
Feel free to give a cheer for those puns, people. I'm sure you'd love to hear more.
It's the Joker. Today, chat, I'm going to unveil a plan to kill Batman.
Well, if your plan is to tell him puns, you're having a good practice in right now.
Between me and your cat, you're not going to get any rest tonight.
So lewd.
No.
Alright, Cassio getting screen grab right now in Woodman stage. Skipping past most of it. Rufiou using item 2 wisely.
You can hear
the disappointment in my voice and the tired fatigue behind it.
Yes. You just but it's okay.
Dude, even God was giving a break on the 7th day of the week, you know, why can't I?
VonRufiou and Cassio both on their respective Robot Masters. And they're both dead. One man leaving behind a nice pile of leaves. For Cassio as they leave.
Alright, Rufio on the last stage, going to Bubble Man right now. Same for Cassio. This is already a much closer race than the previous 2 stages were. None of the players are giving each other any second to breathe here, unlike my co-host here. Rufio playing a dangerous game there, though.
But he's fine. It's fine.
Considering this is the 8th Robot Master, and they're neck and neck right now.
This is a much more tense race than the past 2 have been.
Definitely.
I have broken this man's will to live. What can you do to me, Gotham?
This was my own fault, really. Like, I asked for people to give me commentators curses, and I got punished instead.
I'm sure you have plenty of curses in mind right now.
There may be one or two, yes. Maybe.
Just a few.
I'll save them for some other time, really. You are so damn happy about a pun you made like 15 minutes ago, and I hate you for it. Just letting it out there.
Oh. And our runners are in perfect sync, more or less.
That is the sync man, yep. So yeah, we're going into Wily stages right now. As based on how both players have been playing the previous 2 rounds, who would you bet is going to win this? Like, what is your prediction for this last few stages?
You know, I have no idea at this point. We could have something unexpected happen again. Like that screen wrap death.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I'd say my money is on VonRufiou at this point. He had a very bad game 1, but his game 2 was very much on point. And of course, as I say that, he keeps falling off. And he mistimes his item 2 as well. Oh god.
Well, that's
the prediction's out the window.
You know, you cursed them immediately. Good job.
That wasn't even a curse, dude. That was just, oh, well, never mind.
Yeah, Cassio missing that first zip. Going to do this the slow way.
Well, this is casual percent, so... And Rufio actually has to be careful with his health. Well, no, of course not. There's not going to be any more enemies here.
Cassio getting the second zip.
Same for Rufio. Wow, this is so much closer. I actually hope they'll keep this up for the remaining few stages, because this would be an exciting final to a very interesting race.
I am almost hoping that the dragon pulls off something for once. I know it's not going to happen, but I can...
Why would you say that? Have you not said enough today, Paranoia?
Oh, I have not begun to say things.
Okay, Cassio not getting fire breath on, and same for Rufio. Quick fights, no issues.
The dragon has been slain. Again. For the 3rd time. Actually, 6th time. Yes.
In Soviet Mega Man, you roast dragon. Alright, let's see how both players will do with this sip.
Considering this zip has been somewhat of an issue the past couple races, Cassio gets it.
Both getting it. Nice. Cassio's building up a sizable lead at this point though, with just better overall menuing. Rufio having some bad luck with energy drop-ups. Pickups, sorry. Oh, and that's a large refill for Cassio. That's a time spender there. Like that can easily save off a second and a half there.
After the first two races, those are more like warm-ups, really. Both runners are in prime form for this one.
Oh yeah. I don't expect issues from this boss, really. Not unless one of them horribly screws up by themselves. Which they honestly should not do. Like, there's no reason for them to mess up this boss fight.
It's just toasters. As long as you don't hug them, you're fine.
Yep. They're just, you know, trying to give you your bread.
Well, they don't give you the bread, they give you toast.
They turn you into toast.
And if you get toasted...
That's why they're called toasters.
Oh, neither of our runners got toasted. So they're on to Wily 3. Where we like to play a little game called One Fish, Two Fish. Oh, fish. Don't fall in the hole.
Let's see, how many fishies do we get? That's one.
One fish?
Two fish. Well, we
only two fish. And through the spike drop, both runners go. Past the crazy cannons, and onto the guts tank.
Alright, how many jumps are they gonna get?
I'm expecting 3 apiece.
Oh no, that's not a good start from Cassio. 3 jumps for Cassio. And 3 jumps from Rufio.
Yep, more or
They
less.
are so close together. I think they're like 2 seconds apart. 6. 3.5 seconds apart right now.
Wily 4 could end it all if it decides to.
Yeah, I honestly don't expect any problems for the refights, but this stage alone can, you know...
Go wrong.
It's not so much that it can go wrong, really, but it has so many of these tiny zips where you can either lose or gain a lot of time in quick succession. And Cassio getting past the first area with spikes. Oh no!
Oh, that's unfortunate.
And that's a game over. That's really...
That's very
puts Rufio in the lead sizably, and this is not a fun stage to have that happen either, because you have to wait so much for the pedestals to come through. And the climbing, oh no.
Now, Rufio could even it up by dying.
It is possible, but... I don't know, I think Rufio picked up an extra life somewhere too. Like, even if he died, he would not have a game over. Yeah, he still has a life left. So this puts Rufio sizably in the lead right now. Ooh, that was a very poor aim from Rufio.
Which means he's not going to. He may not have a free. Oh no, he's going to have to use all of his crash
No,
bombs.
Rufio, why?
Oh no, Rufio does not have enough crash bombs to finish the fight unless he gets this.
No, he cannot get it. He has to take a death here. He has to take a game over.
Well then, this is why we do not commentate on this on things being close.
This one stage just wow.
Everything's fine, guys. It's not on fire. And,
no, this is fine.
Rufio just having to take the slowest death in the universe.
Yep. And he has to walk all the way to the spikes.
I like how Wily 4 had a double 180.
Wily 4 just being the equalizer here. And I'm pretty sure that's not what Cassio wanted either. No, Cassio making the same mistakes.
Oh, no!
The chokes are real here. This is Chokeman %.
Cassio has enough of the weapon in order to finish this, I think.
No, he has the damage, or they have the damage
transfer. But, oh no.
No, oh wow. This is just cruel. The question is, is Cassio gonna forfeit? No, no, no. Please don't let her forfeit.
Oh no. Oh no. You can do this,
Cassio, what are you doing?
I think Cassio just tilted there. Off the face of the planet. Oh no.
Just this stage, wow. And honestly, it's not even this stage. These were personal faults that they made. They both mismanaged their ammo counts on this boss.
And I would like to point out, we've had a, let's see, 360.
I have no idea what you just said.
Let's see, we've had a 360 on this stage already, and now it's like a 540. See if we can get like another rotation in. Make it this like a, 720?
And Rufio making the exact same mistake again. The timing has just been awful. I think that's too high. Yes, it is. He's not gonna make this either.
Oh my god.
He has to get that. He got it. Okay. Okay. He can still do this. He has to nail this one attack.
If he does not get this, it's all over.
That's too high, I think? No, he got it!
Oh.
Wow! Oh my god, this... What was this stage? And he doesn't have the ammo for Crashman, so he has to do Wily the slower way too.
Which can be a problem if Wily, if you're not that good at a...
So I'm just putting this out here. If Cassio plays this correctly, and Cassio ends up with 1 or better 2 shots of Crashman left, then they're still neck and neck. Or at least they're close enough. If they can do this.
They seem to be on track so far.
Oh, what? Huh? That should have been it, but I guess there was like a pixel off there. Rufio is ahead right now. Like even with Cassio's quick kill on Wily, Rufio already having killed 2 Robot Masters so far.
Well, it's worth pointing out that Wily Machine 2 it can be a bit of a pain. But man, what a race we have on our hands here.
Dude, I don't even know anymore. Like, round 2 was absolutely solid from Rufio, and Cassio was just unfortunate on the energy refill and the death. But it was a pretty flawless game from both of them there. Now round 1 and round 3 are just all sorts of Looney Tune-ish crazy happening.
But
I can't even highlight that Wily Ford because that just took forever.
That Wily 4 was a highlight in of itself.
Oh yeah, Quickman also works, but you know, it's still not as ideal as having a Crashman mod. Rufiou getting the health from
Now, if Rufiou hugs the alien or dies to the Wily machine, this could easily swing once more in Cassio's
That would be the hardest choke ever. Like, there are adult sites that don't have that kind of choking action happening.
My dude, why are you so lewd? Oh no. We're... Okay, he gets past the damage race, just fine.
I'm actually not sure if I violated rules just now by saying that. If I did, I'm sincerely apologizing.
I mean,
I'm sorry, chat.
I just, you know, I just, like, highlighted a plan to, take out the bats. You just kind of, whew.
Yeah, I just kind of set myself on fire there. I'm glad you were all here to enjoy my probably last commentary ever for speed gaming.
And Rufiou is on the alien.
Goes to me after all.
If he doesn't, if he
yeah,
does not hug the
playing with
alien,
fire.
if he does not hug the alien, he'll be fine.
You mean the alien? And
Well,
that is GG to
Rufiou
VonRufiou
wins.
with a 31.58, I think he has.
And Cassio is on to the Wally alien.
The alien.
No, as long as they don't hug the alien, they're fine too. Although it's already lost, but you know. Whew. And Cassio pulls it off with 32.28.10.
We do have VonRufiou asking if there's going to be an interview. I'm just gonna see if I can yank him. Oh wait, I have to send him an invitation, I think.
Do we have time for an interview?
I don't think we have time for it. Like, they're already setting up for the next round.
Well,
And we're already like 5 minutes over estimate, so I don't think we should do it at this point. But my God, people give these races a follow. They've earned it. Give Paranoia a follow for his excellent puns.
I nearly killed Volt.
And of course, give Speed Gaming 1 through 5 a follow. Like, for all your speed gaming, speed tournaments, enjoyments.
Please, keep a PG in here.
I think we're well beyond that part. But yes, please keep it more PG than it has been so far.
Alright, thank you for joining us, and we will see you later.
Yep, and best of luck to Kyle for his commentary, and Mazimov and Andy for their race. Chat, thank you all for being here, and stick around, there's more Rockman coming your way.
Oh boy.
Good night all.
Good night.